Alrighty, listen. We got some news. It's not the best news. You know what I mean? I got a smile on my face, though, and you should too, but we'll talk about that. But listen, we got some news. We got Jesus in the back. I know. I'm blinding you. I can't do nothing, man. It's bright out. What you want me to do? Holy. But listen, we got some news for Bannerlord, and it's a delay for the DLC of War Sales. Womp womp womp. You know what I mean? What can you say? What can you say? It is what it is. But here's what we're gonna do in this video. We're gonna go over the statement the devs made. We're gonna go over. We might rewatch this again. Just just a little. You know what I mean? Just shake it up a little bit. Just relax a little bit. Just calm down a little bit. I know everybody's in their feelings. I got the messages. I have people messaging me like, brother, you got to get on this update, my boy. So we're here. And then we're going to go over some of the reactions of people. We got some Reddits over here. And then we also have the depths of hell. You know what I mean? The forums. So, let's go over all of it. And, yeah, let's do serious first. And then it slowly just starts slipping away. All right, let's do it. All right. Greetings, Warriors of Calradia. We're excited for each of you to set sail in War Sails, the upcoming expansion for Mount Blade 2 Bannerlord. However, after taking a hard look at where things stand, it became clear we won't be ready by the originally planned release date of June 17th. It was ambitious. It was ambitious, but time flies. The title is currently on track for an early fall 2025 release window. It's looking like 3, 4, maybe 5-month delay. It is what it is. We came to this decision after a lot of thoughts and a few long meetings. They made sure to add that in there in the quotations. Because we need more time to reach the level of quality you rightfully expect. The extra development period will give us more time to apply additional polish. You gotta polish it out. You know what I mean? And continue making progress on the improvements to the base game that are already in motion. We believe this short delay will ultimately lead to a better, more enjoyable experience for all players. I mean, okay. The team is currently working on a revised timeline, and we're aiming to share the new release date with you in the upcoming weeks. Ooh. So we're going to get a little updates. More content, baby. You know where you're going to find it. You're going to find it here. Here. Well, not like me, but like the channel, bro. That's where you're going to find it, bro. Come on. In the meantime, we're excited to keep you updated with regular developer blogs, behind-the-scenes glimpses, fresh gameplay footage, and brand new War Sales content as we head towards launch. Yes, listen. Keep it dropping, brother. You know what I mean? I love reacting to the shorts. It's been like a thing that I do like every week now. I react to like the newest shorts. Shout out to the guy who voices the shorts. You know what I mean? I just found out he watches them as well. Shout out to you. You know what I mean? You got one hell of a voice. You know what I mean? Like commentator wise. You know what I mean? I respect game. You know what I mean? Like I gotta respect game. Like I'm a commentator. You're a commentator of a different sort. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? All right. Thank you for your patience and support the Tail Worlds team. All right, boys, listen. You want to know the hard truth? You want me to hit you like a bus? If this is really bad news to you, like really bad news to you, you gotta like get a better life. You know what I'm saying? Let me explain. What I mean is, this is bad, sure, but like, it is what it is. If they got a delay, they got a delay. You know what I mean? I already know if I go all the way back over here, I'm gonna hear the most craziest, like, you know what I mean? Just like they're ready to pounce at this. They're ready like, as soon as they, like, as soon as some gamers like just like smell like any inconvenience to them, they're like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. It's like, bro, this is, I'm gonna be honest with you. It don't really like. I looked at this, I saw this, and I was getting my car fixed. And I was getting messages from people from YouTube. Shout out to you guys, by the way. You know what I mean? Active. You know what I mean? Mess with that. But like, I looked at this, I read this as I'm just getting my car fixed, and I'm just like, all right, that sounds, it's all right. You know what I mean? I took the news and all right, time to move on. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And I'll be honest with you. Before someone says, oh, bro, you're just riding. You're riding, bro. I'm so mad about this. This is the worst news I've ever heard in my life. You're riding, bro. Why you keep riding, bro? Let me explain this to you. If anybody should be mad, it should be me. Me. And other like creators out there that cover Bannerlord. My channel popped off for Bannerlord. It keeps popping off every time I drop some Bannerlord content. So I should be the most mad about this news. Not you, the average watcher or average player. I make residual income from this. Not residual income, but like, you know what I mean? The YouTube ad revenue from covering this stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know how big this is for me? This is like a whole new addition to Bannerlord. I could have made like probably 1,000. I have like 6,000 videos uploaded. I don't know if you know this. I could have probably made another 1,000 videos off this one DLC. I would have milked this bone dry. I should be mad. I'm cool. It is what it is. If anything, I'll be honest with you, the way you look at this is they want to make it better. They see that right now if they drop it, it ain't going to be great. And like the people, like, and this goes against the point of when people say like, when people say, for example, oh, it's a money grab. They want another money grab. They ran out of money, so now they want to drop a DLC that's paid for more money. Okay, well then they would have just dropped it on June, and it would have been like, messed up in some sort of way. I don't know exactly. I don't have any insight on how it looks right now, right? But this gives me the inclination that they're going to release it later. This is going to cause a little uproar, sure. But the later product will be well worth it, because if they drop the product right now, it might fail expectations. If it fails expectations, people that come back, they're going to have a very negative response. You know what I mean? And they might never come back to the game ever again after that, Might be a lot of refund, like stuff like that. Like, so it looks like to me, and to be honest with you, hey, at least it doesn't say a 6 right there. All right, I'm just saying, bro. 3, 4 months, 5 months, brother. Unless you're like, I don't know, 5 years old. We've been through this. You know how many 4-month periods have I been through? I'm 28 years old. I'm trying to think in my head. That's 3 to a year, right? Oh man, 3 to a year. 84 of these periods, man. I could hit 85. You know what I mean? I'm cool. I don't listen. It is what it is. That's my take. I don't know how you feel about it. Let me know in the comments. I don't care if you're mad about it, if you're not mad. Just let me know in the comments how you feel about it. Hopefully you didn't take too much offense to what I said. I feel like a lot of people get really heated and they take like personal offense. It's jokes, man. You know what I mean? But like at the same time, also like you shouldn't be too mad about this. It is what it is. Like if anything, it's a good sign. You know what I mean? That they're trying to actually make it good, which is good because it's gonna be huge. Next, should we watch this again? Or we'll see if we'll watch it later. Okay. Let's see some replies from people. All right. So this is the first. This is r/Bannerlord. All right. Here we go. Hopefully we get more diplomacy options. This guy, he's everywhere. I can't escape him. Always the diplomacy guy. Every video, every comment section. You know what I mean? All right. Well, I'm disappointed. If it needs more time, then so be it. Plenty of games to play while I wait. Couldn't have said it better myself. You know what I mean? I kind of thought this was the case with no gameplay footage and details. It looked pretty bleak. Yo, why people use like words like this, like bleak? That sounds crazy. That's like a violent word. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was a cool announcement trailer. You know what I mean? Should we watch it again? Let's watch it from here. This is where he starts aura farming. You know what I mean? For all my youngins out there, This is where the aura farm starts right here. Look. This walk right here. You see the walk? I'm gonna wait another 3-4 months for this. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. Make it better. Make it work more. Like what I'm mad about. They want to make it better. The time frame moved over. A deadline wasn't met, so it got pushed over. How much stuff you got in your to-do list that you've been pushing over for like the past 4 years? Get to it, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Let me be your hater. I'm gonna be your hater, bro. Get to your schedule, bro. Do what you gotta do, bro. You've been putting that thing in your list of lists. You know what I'm saying? I got a list of lists too. You've been putting that thing back for like 3-4 months. Do it now. That's too much? I know. Hey, when the tables flip, they flip. You know what I mean? Most random thought I've ever had in my life, right? Call of Duty should do a sponsorship with Bannerlord. Hear me the fuck out. Hear me out. Like, once this comes out, in a way to somehow like a push towards, you know what I mean? Like, you know, Call of Duty, the multiplayer maps? Have a multiplayer map, but it's ships. It's like the Bannerlord ships, like right, like this type of scene where there's like multiple ships, like all next to each other, but they're kind of like all rammed onto each other, so like it makes like this whole like little mini map, right? I don't know how you would do that, but just make it the map, but then you play like Call of Duty on that map. Am I tripping? I'm tripping. It's like the most randomest thought that ever. I played Call of Duty at my friend's house recently, and I just this clicked. This just, it came from over here, and it just went, you know what I mean. And we just, it's my apologies. I'm gonna wait. My fault, bro. You got me, bro. You caught me, bro. Do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what other reactions we got. I'd rather they do it right than do it fast. I feel that. Oh, look at this guy. It's Tail Worlds. I wouldn't expect either. Bada bing, bada boom. Got him. That shit crazy, man. You got him with that one, bro. You popped off, G. I knew this would happen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody has foresight. Uh, I feel like they wasted time making this instead of fleshing out the base game. I disagree. Is anyone actually surprised? The game's been out for 5 years, and while making fun and you can actually sink 1,000 hours into it, it's still not finished. Brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a former hardcore gamer, I'm talking about hardcore gamer. Like I stayed in the house and I gamed, and then kind of growing up, leaving the house right at an early age and having to like fend for myself. You know what I mean? And kind of like live life. You know what I mean? Like do stuff and like step away from the gaming. Still game sometimes, but step away. And now that I got a son, you know what I mean? I'm like a grown ass adult. This is a crazy take. For online people, for younger people that like mainly game, you might be like, well, you know, he might have a point here. No, if you can sink 1,000 hours into any game, brother, are you crazy? Bro, I bought a TV for like $700. And my son maybe watched it more than me. I maybe watched 2 movies on that motherfucker. It's been there for like I don't even know, for like a year now. I've only watched like 2 movies. And the only thing I watch is like whenever my son watches it, like bro, this concept of like the whole like 1,000 hours and it's like oh but it's still not finished. It's like bro, isn't that crazy though that you spend 1,000 hours in a game that's like not finished? Like I'm not saying like that is. I'm not disagreeing with you, right? I know that there's stuff that they can add for sure. I agree, 100%. Believe me, you know what I'm saying. I want more diplomacy. You know what I mean? All that junk. I want it. But at the same time, like, bro, if you hit 1,000 hours, you know what I mean? Even a couple 100 hours, homie, the game is worth it. I'm sorry to say to you, 1,000, bro. I get to sink hours into like I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason I sink a lot of hours into gaming now is because it's like I'm not saying it's like a career, but it's like you know I'm a YouTuber technically, right? But bro, I when I had like a full time job before like doing this, bro, I wasn't sinking like I wasn't sinking more than 10 hours a week at most into like just gaming in general. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, homie. But you know what I mean? I'm just trying to give you both perspectives here. The level of quality you expect. Consider we're getting a paid DLC already. When the game feels half finished at best, I expect the quality to be trash. Alright, so obviously outrage. You already knew it. You already knew it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You already knew it was gonna happen. Alright. Now we got at least we have the Sokuho mod. Oh yeah, that's coming as well. Might cover that. I'll see how that goes. See how the launch of that goes. I will lie if I say I wasn't expecting this when they announced the dates. We all have foresight. It's really frustrating. They had nothing but years of radio silence in which they developed the DLC with no pressure, only to shoot themselves in the foot by publishing what they turned out to be an unrealistic release date. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. These are the most annoying people on the internet. You right there, and also people who believe like who talk like this are the most annoying people on the internet. You wanna know why? Because these are the same motherfuckers that all the time are like, hey man, any news? Any news? Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we get some news? Can we get some news? You see how he contradicts himself in this whole thing right here? They had nothing but years of radio silence, which implies he hates that. He hates that. The fact that they didn't say nothing, okay? They were just working in peace. You know what I mean? That he hates that, right? With no pressure. And then only to shoot themselves in the face by publishing what turned out to be an unrealistic. So then they started talking to you. And then you were like, oh no, man. But you went back on some of the stuff that you talked on. So therefore, that's bad too. So do you want... So it was bad when you did radio silence. It was bad when you talked because not everything you said was 100% true. You know what I mean? Because I live in a world where everything I say is 100% true, and everything everyone tells me is 100% true, and everything, you know what I mean? Nothing ever disappoints in life. Nothing ever, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I, I'm sorry if I'm hurting your feelings. I already know this video is going to get like 30% dislikes because every gamer wants to get their feelings hurt. But dog, this is just God, man. Ugh. And this isn't even defending the damn game or like the developers. Like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm just like from a perspective of like how you think about stuff. It's crazy, homie. I don't know. It's crazy in my opinion. I think it's crazy. Why did they announce it like a month ago then? Tailworld is such a mess. I don't know, because they thought it was going to be ready. Then it didn't get ready. Like, Jesus. Everyone is so... Here we go. Cinema. The jokes write themselves. I don't want to go to the next page, bro. I don't want to go to the next page, bro. I'm going to die, bro. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Oh, man. Oh. Got myself some Oreo ice cream. My son picked it out at the store, and it's actually pretty good. Like, he kind of cooked. I'm not going to lie to you. He usually picks, like, the worst thing imaginable, but he kind of cooked. It's like these Oreo, right here. It's really good. Like, I don't know. It's really good. Wow. Wow. That is, wow. All right. Let's get to it. What do we got? What do we got? Any surprise? Got him. Here we go. LOL. We know that's not the case. They were specifically being vague with the up to players' expectations because they haven't ever. They can pretend and ask us to specify what we are asking / expecting. We answer, they go silent, and that's it. This isn't some 1 month or less kind of delay. This is a full quarter. Oh my god, it's a full quarter, dude. No. Oh. Where will I be in a full quarter? God damn it, man. A full quarter. We know late fall would mean November. Nearly 5 months delay. Oh, no. I will perish in 5 months. Listen, the only people that have the most valid crash out is if you are literally terminally ill and you're going to die before this comes out. I'd be heated if I was really waiting for this and I was about to die. If you're not terminally ill, brother, you're going to be the same. Like, in 5 months, you might even be better off. Not with this attitude, but, like, if you didn't have this attitude, you probably... LOL Tailworlds in a nutshell announces DLC no one asked for out of nowhere. Dog water. Everybody, listen, I'm sorry. I know all the diplomacy heads. Listen, I think we could all make a diplomacy agreement with the diplomacy heads. You guys also asked for ships. There wasn't a moment where you guys didn't ask for ships. You guys weren't like, oh man, we didn't want ships. Everyone asked for ships. We wanted ships. You know what I mean? Let's quit the cap. Let's quit the cap. Doesn't show any gameplay of said DLC even a month before scheduled release. Plenty, you know what I mean? Some studios don't. Some studios do. It is what it is. Delays DLC and gives vague statement about meeting players' expectations. This right here, that's the valid response, actually. He's right. Just shrug it off. Like, okay, it happened. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Oh. I love how they now delayed the DLC. Let's not mention how the base game is still unfinished and rather shallow. Let's not mention how I'm expecting to be disappointed. Why are you expecting to be disappointed? This is what I'm saying, bro. Let me put that on. It's so goddamn good. But I can't talk and eat it. Listen. This shouldn't impact you this hard. And you should not be expecting to be disappointed. That's so dramatic, dog. Unless you are 12 years old, and I don't think a person like this is 12 years old because they have like this old guy, and I don't even know who this is. You know what I mean? Oh, it's probably somebody popular. I know. Ooh, bad me for not knowing. Who gives a goddamn? You know what I mean? I'm also a person. You know what I mean? You're a person too. Like, who gives a damn? But it looks like an older person, so it's like, oh, I don't think this is a young guy, right? So it's like, what? You just don't fall into this rabbit hole, please. I beg you. If you dislike something and you really dislike it, you hate it, and you're like expecting to be disappointed, just quit. Don't make a forum account. Look at me. I have been covering this game. I have made financial gains from this game, and I have never created an account. You know what I mean? I've spoken with the devs in the past. You understand me? And I have never made an account. Please do not go down this route. Unless you truly make an account for like some kind of like purpose of like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, bug fixes, something like that. Relax. It's not that serious. Brother, you need to like, I'm not saying the whole go outside, but like the streets are calling, you know what I'm saying? Not in like that way, but like get out there, you know what I mean? Do what you gotta do. Get out there. You know what I mean? Like experience some of that, because this ain't doing you no good, man. This ain't doing you no good. What do we got? There's a chance the delay might be a good thing. Yeah, it's not a chance. It is a good thing. When a delay happens for like something like this, like that means like they want to put out a better product. You know what I mean? Like it's such an idiot. Like it's like there's such an idiotic like worldview of like we hate early access, but then we also hate delays, and it's like, dog. Some games will be released when they are released, but some games will be delayed. You know what I mean? And then there'll be and then there will also be games that they're going to be releasing early access because they just want to get the money faster. So it's like, you know, whether it's for funding or not, you know what I mean? Like it all depends, right? But it's like when you hate like everything, it's like dog, it's gonna be rough for you, dog. Hey, it's rough. You know what I mean? I don't know. If you're bored, I have 3 more experiments. Lock them up. I think it's the complete opposite. This is in response to the guy saying it might be a good thing. It's proof they haven't learned anything. Bro went into bold for just this. Haven't learned anything from previous attempts in early access time. If it takes a studio that doesn't pay, oh my god, if it takes a studio that doesn't pay tax and every dollar such euro made is daily grocery shop, 15 years to put out a single game that's 70-80% finished with a delayed DLC, then I don't think there's anything good to write home about. Brother, it's a video game, homie. What is this? What is this? Listen, I know that a lot of people might get hurt by what I'm saying, but this isn't normal, man. I'm sorry that I have to. I'm sorry to be that guy, but this is, as a guy who spends most of his time outside. You know what I mean? Apart from the times when I cover this, so I could, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it, bro. This ain't it, bro. This ain't it, bro. Well, you see, there's a thing called precedent. This ain't it, bro. Oh my god. Have they even posted here at their dedicated forum about the delay yet? I wouldn't post here either, bro. Even if I was the devs, I wouldn't post here. This shit ruins the whole vibe, bro. I'm out of here, bro.